I've got a question for you. Have you ever been looked down on or excluded from a group of players just because of your type of avatar? Believe me, it's not because you dress up as a furry or like an overweight otaku. All of this is because of stereotypes. If you don't know what a stereotype is, basically it's a preconceived idea someone has about another person just based on what they see. It's possible that your avatar's style, which appears in this video, actually says something about your personality. So today we're going to judge and mercilessly criticize all types of Roblox avatars. Bochonas, in my opinion, one of the worst Roblox styles, and you'll soon understand why. If you don't know what a buchona is, I'll explain it quickly. It's a style that comes from narco culture, and if you live in Mexico, you probably see it every day. In real life, buchonas are women with an extremely exotic style and an arrogant attitude. They're known for dressing in luxury, flaunting excess, and always trying to look like they have money. But keep in mind, that's the definition of a buchona in real life. In Roblox, it's a completely different story. You probably already recognize them by the way they dress. Yeah, I know. Disappointing. You always run into these kinds of avatars in games with voice hat. The buchonas I've come across are either flirting or criticizing everyone. For some reason, they think they're superior and look down on anyone with a normal avatar. For them, dressing like this is just normal. If I wanted to, I could make an entire video just talking about these specimens, because honestly, there's a lot of material. Plus, they fall into the same old thing, using those exaggerated bodies in Roblox, where literally almost every female avatar by default already looks like that. But these ones take their delusion even further. They're also totally delusional. They think they're criminals or even drug dealers. Seriously, open your eyes. You're playing Roblox? It's a game for 15-year-olds. Stop thinking you're all-powerful, because believe me, it's not the first time some buchona has threatened me on Roblox or said she's gonna track me down. Expensive. The rich ones, the millionaires, the ones with Robux. We all know them already, but now they've come up with an even more complicated name for themselves. If you dress like this, it's obvious. You have money, but you also have taste that would make any designer cry. Sometimes these avatars are so focused on showing off how much Robux they spent that even though they're rich, their outfits look like preschool art projects. These are the kind of people who, as soon as they join the game, the first thing they do is tell you how much each piece of their avatar's outfit cost. We know you want to show off, but believe me, there are expensive avatars that at least have good taste. Yours looks like it was bought by a 5-year-old with 10,000 Robux in their account. Nudies. These are the players who dress their avatars in the simplest outfits in the game. They're always known for wearing designs so basic that they give off the impression of being noobs. But friends, here's the catch. These players always end up being the biggest tryhards. They hide behind avatars that don't attract attention, so you'll underestimate them, and then they surprise you and win. It's literally like those people in Fortnite who used all white skins. It's said that tryhards never need those over-the-top skins. They just focus on the simple stuff and enjoy the game their own way. Gangsters. That kind of avatar is always looking for trouble. But listen closely to Wang Yin. The gangster style comes from gang members and is generally used more in the United States. But let's be honest, it's the same as with the buchonas. How are you gonna dress like a criminal in a game for people over 12 years old? Come on, bro. Nobody believes you're from the streets or in a gang. If you were really like that, you wouldn't be here playing Cooking Mama with me at 3 in the morning. I'm not gonna lie, I don't really mind the clothes that much, but the people who usually wear them are always looking for trouble, just trying to threaten you, put you down, or make fun of you. Plus, they look way too much like the Lahudians. Also, if you dress like that, you definitely don't know anything about Roblox. You probably just joined shooting games, and that's it. Old money. The old money types, or as I like to call them, the I need money types. These kinds of avatars just give me the vibe of someone who's frustrated because they can't dress how they really want to in real life since, well, they don't have any money. So they come to Roblox, buy designer clothes for 30 Robux, and convince themselves they're rich and better than everyone else. The personality I picture is the typical person who talks like they have stock market investments, but in reality gets excited when someone gives them Robux for their birthday. Also, it cracks me up that they use real-life styles in Roblox, like just normal clothes, as if their avatar just walked out of Zara or Bershka. But in reality, they look like NPCs. Reco Cow. Hey, does this style actually exist? I don't think I've ever seen anyone wearing clothes like that in my life. Well, maybe it's also because I only play foot games. I think this type of avatar is one of the most original things you can find these days. I've never seen one like that, and I'm sure the day I do, it'll be in a Hello Kitty game. Because yeah, guys, I don't know if it's because of the clothing style or what, but I just can't picture one of these avatars in a shooting game or something super masculine and intense. And the personality I imagine is crystal clear. They're the kind of people who join the game just to walk around slowly, turn the camera gently, and look for the best angle to get an aesthetic screenshot. If you ask them to play something competitive, they get offended and hit you with a, "Oh no, my avatar is just meant to look cute." Cheap. Let's talk about the cheap ones. Most of us fall into this category, and I say us because I'm in it too. My avatar isn't worth more than 100 Robux, so, monkey doesn't attack monkey. Relax. Ironically, us cheap ones are the ones who use our brains the most, because we have to work miracles with the little Robux we have. Our brains work at 200% to find 5 Robux clothes that look decent. Like we're archaeologists searching for treasure among mountains of crappy shirts. But of course, there's also a dark side. Those people who never developed this skill and end up dressing like they went through the catalog with their eyes closed and bought the first thing they saw. Those are the ones who actually make their skin look like it's worth $5. That's why they call us poor. That's why. Destitute. These ones, unlike the cheap ones, are the kind who wouldn't spend a single Robux on the game. Not even as a joke. Not in a million years. So their avatar is either the default or a transformer. What I mean by transformer is that they're total grind freaks, obsessed with hunting down any free item they can possibly collect to give their avatar a bit of personality. That's why when you see them, they look like abstract works of art, since they're covered in free items that don't really match. Fruitager Arrow, if you don't know what Fruitager Arrow is, it's an aesthetic that comes from the early 2000s. Basically, it represented how at that time, people imagined the promised future. Bright colors, bubbles, reflections, and that techie vibe. Personally, I love it, but in Roblox, it's a whole different story. I don't know why, but I feel like people who use it always look like they haven't showered in 3 days. They probably think they have a retro futuristic style, but in reality, they're stuck in 2006. They probably listen to music on YouTube at 144p. They talk all day about how aesthetically pleasing their avatar is, but when they play, they just stand in a corner staring at themselves. And be warned, because if you ask them why they dress like that, they'll launch into a 15-minute speech about Fruitager Arrow's visual design and how nostalgic it is. Seriously, why are they always so nostalgic? Latinas, please, here we go again with this stupid stuff. How is it possible that there's literally a type of skinhead called Latinas? Soon we'll have Europeans or Mexicans or Africans. Everything about this type of avatar is wrong. Literally, this is already a stereotype of what a Latina is. Just look at the type of avatars they use. They're recognizable from miles away. Aries. This is basically the same as the Latinus, only a few small things change. It's obvious that these avatars will never be in action games. They only appear in social games, flirting or doing that kind of thing. Pauline. This type of avatar is very rare to see, but when you encounter it, it can scare the shit out of you. Its design is focused on bringing in elements that are frightening or unpleasant to look at. Honestly, they make me uncomfortable, but I have to admit they've given me a good scare more than once. Most likely, the only thing they care about is scaring people so they can laugh at their victims afterward. They have no mercy and probably enjoy going into Brookhaven or games with kids just to make them cry out of fear. Images? I really can't believe these avatars exist. You guys ask me about avatars that I don't even know myself. Seriously, what do you want me to say about these avatars that are literally just billboards? I think it all depends on the kind of image you have, whether you're a talent creator or you have an anime profile picture. Either way, I think you're a troll who enjoys making others laugh, or you're looking to interact with people to be their friend. Alright, now it's time to rate your Roblox avatars. So if you want to show up in this section in the next video, stick around until the end, because I'll tell you how to track your avatar. What is this even supposed to be? I don't think this avatar costs more than 10 Robux. Seriously, who uses this style? It's almost always guys, because I doubt a girl would actually use this avatar. Oh no, it's always the femboys. Nice. I don't know. What is this even supposed to be? A cowboy from Death Rails? Honestly, it has personality, and I think it's a niche avatar, which says a lot. You're an original person who doesn't mind looking a little nerdy. Approved. Honestly, I think I've never seen such an ugly avatar in Roblox. It looks like it came straight out of Skindex, and it's low budget too. Approved. Oh my god, it looks like one of those basic emo game avatars. And the screenshot looks like it was taken with a 2012 Xiaomi. I don't know. Wait, I think they finally sent in one. Why do my followers have such horrible skins? Where are the ones with quality avatars? Well, I hope the next one is better. I don't know. How? I don't know. Well, it's a basic avatar, but hey, it's fine, right? Honestly, I don't think that combination can go wrong. You know, I think they look like a good person. I'm sure this kind of avatar shows up in psychologist games, and they'll give you a lot of attention. Honestly, it gave me a sense of trust. Approved. For some reason, this avatar looks like it's from the prime era of murder mystery. Plus, it has a doge. Approved. Either you're 10 years old or the skin makes no sense. I don't know. I don't know whose avatar this is, but for some reason, I love it. Hey, trust me, it has nothing to do with that. Approved. If you're colorblind, you're not going to understand anything about this avatar. It looks like a unicorn threw up on them. I think I like it, but it's also the typical Brookhaven avatar that a 10-year-old girl would use.